Welcome to Atlanta, Georgia, the Flats, Bobby Dodd Stadium, home of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets and the Ramblin' Wreck, hoping to rev up that engine. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Iowa Hawkeyes taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hawkeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Yellow Jackets offense will come out first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes... There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Look out, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Back to pass, it's King. Bringing the heat. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They are going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, getting in for the score.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Iowa's offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
The short hands, it's Dean. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete on the right side.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
And the Hawkeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hawkeyes with the 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Breaks into the open.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hawkeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
The Hawkeyes back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll leave it with him. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Dean. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. Good job by the receiver there, not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Quick pass on the fly motion. He goes out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And I love right out of the gate, this offense is going to be creative, and they're going to try to get their best players the football out in the open field. You saw it right there.
Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. Give to the running back. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hawkeyes are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run play action. Trying to barrel in. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Pushes toward the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Reynolds. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. They'll run the RPO and pull it right. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Rides to back and leaves it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. Back to throw, it's King. Takes a hit as he fires. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And the Yellow Jackets send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They evened things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Motion from the wideout. Off off the play fake on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Dean. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Might be calling a hot route. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass on second down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get into your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't complete the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. They punted away on 4th down. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The give from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Looking for a gap. It's Dickens. Picks his way ahead. He'll get 5 out to the 17-yard line.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and options away for the quarterback, and now we're setting up 4th down.
The Yellow Jackets will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards.
My Lord, man.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He might want another play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Using the quick game. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press
Starting
man
drives
coverage
with that false start every time.
blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
And the Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Buying some time. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Off play action.
Come on, come on, man. This is every time. That's a lot to deal with. Every time. Every time they're going to jump up and back the ball down.
On the same page.
Crazy, bro.
Facing a 3rd and long. They want to run it left here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
The Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They boot it away on 4th down. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. They'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The receiver wasn't ready for the throw.
These are the plays, man. These are the plays that kill me. These are the plays that kill me on this game. These are the plays. This is a D1 athlete looking at the ball, going for it, and this is what his decision is. To intentionally bat the ball down in that scenario is... Come on, man. That is a pick. It's a pick 6.
Now it's by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's King. Here comes the heat. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Can they catch him? Found a lot of running room before he goes out of bounds, and what a way to build a little momentum. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll move the tight end. Might as well stick with him. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On first down from the 13-yard line. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Back to throw, it's King. Oh, he wants it all. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Got it in the middle. It's Stockton. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A really raucous environment there in Atlanta. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. With that said, let's send it back to the 5th oldest venue in college football, Bobby Dodd Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Trying to set the tone with the run.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
And the Hawkeyes with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. I got like a Shy Melt Jones.
Well, the defense was trailing going into
Dub
halftime, and I
and
think they made
G.
some adjustments
Make sure you take a potty real
against the
quick.
run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Got his man on the right. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
And that's a great play call by the offensive coordinator because that play is essentially the extension of a sweep play. You're getting your running back an extra touch to the perimeter of the field, so now he can go to work in open space.
And the Hawkeyes are on the move. They go to the ground. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Smith. Open space at the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Hands it off. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The Hawkeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. The play action fake. He's got it on the run. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And the Hawkeyes trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Western Michigan is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up by 25 over Toledo. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. And the Yellow Jackets want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. A high kick trying to pen them deep. Fair catch called for and made. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. Makes it past the marker. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage yardage for a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
That's the end of the quarter, and Iowa is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls in.
So now it's second and long. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Hawkeyes pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run and get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the handoff. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to run for it. Touchdown, Hawkeye! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking to pass. It's King. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
Got a man in the middle. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
There's no way. There's no way he catches that.
His defense giving up ground. He's finally
Oh,
knocked
the wheelbarrow.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Looking downfield, it's King. Throws for the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these 2 guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these 2 guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week in the American, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Louisville has the lead right now, but It's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 9 over UConn. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They'll try it over the left side. He's brought down right at the 30-yard line, well within field goal range, but let's see what they do on this 4th down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
So silly.
And the Hawkeyes will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. The kick is on its way. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave them no opportunity for a return. Poor starting field position here for this offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Yellow Jackets want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And the Yellow Jackets line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And, guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. He got it. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Dropping back, it's King. Got his man down the middle. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. The Yellow Jackets headed quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Yellow Jackets will go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Under fire. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.